Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Today I've got two interesting topics for you. My topic number one deals with the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court upheld the Rajasthan High Court order to give a stay on the disqualification proceedings issued by the Speaker of Rajasthan Assembly. We'll talk about that. That's my topic number one. My topic number two is Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, on his ongoing video clippings that he is releasing, spoke about China and Indo-China relationship. I thought it was very interesting. Let's discuss that too. That's my topic number two. Let's get right into the show. Okay, before we get into Supreme Court, let us understand the situation in Rajasthan. Now, in Rajasthan, Mr. Sachin Pilot, the rebel MLA of Congress and the Deputy CM, former Deputy CM rather, they refused to attend the parliamentary meeting of Congress, and therefore the Speaker of the Rajasthan Assembly issued a disqualification notice to 19 members, 18 MLAs plus one Mr. Sachin Pilot, the former Deputy CM. Now, Sachin Pilot and the MLAs went to the Rajasthan High Court and challenged this notice. Now, the Rajasthan High Court issued a stay order saying that till 24th of July, you are not going to proceed with this notice. This is what the Speaker was told. Now, the Speaker said, listen, you know what? I just issued a notice. I just want answer to my notice. So, what is the stay for? So, he went up to the Supreme Court. He went to Supreme Court and he told the Supreme Court, he prayed to the Supreme Court that the stay order be lifted. Now, the Supreme Court heard the case. And Supreme Court, that is Justice Arun Mishra, on behalf of the Supreme Court, gave an order. And in his order, he said, in this case, it seems party members cannot raise their own voices against their own party. Voice of dissent cannot be suppressed in a democracy. They had all been elected by the people. Can they not express their dissent? Very, very, very valid point Justice Mishra raised. They have been elected by the people. Can't they voice their dissent? Can't they go out and say, I do not agree to the Chief Minister, I do not agree to the party? Can't they go out and say, if they can't say, what democracy are we in? Absolutely correct. Of course, the thing is, one didn't know why they were raising the dissent. That's a different issue. Chalo, that's for a different debate. But yeah, the point remains that what he said is absolutely correct. An MLA, a public representative, has all the right to express his dissent like any other citizen of this country. Okay. Till here, perfect, fantastic, very nice. Now let us go to another story. The story is, there is a gentleman called Mr. Prashant Bhushan. He is a very, very eminent advocate. Prashant Bhushan gets into a lot of problems all the time. He's a mischievous boy. You can call him a mischievous boy of the Supreme Court courtyard. Prashant Bhushan tweeted. In his tweet, he said, the CJI, that is the Chief Justice of India, rides a 50 lakh motorcycle belonging to a BJP leader at Raj Bhavan, Nagpur, without a mask or a helmet, at a time where he keeps the Supreme Court in a lockdown mode, denying citizens their fundamental right to access justice. Now, to my limited understanding, he expressed his dissent saying, you see, the justice has kept the court shut, flaunt the rules of not wearing a mask, not wearing a helmet. People too are very close by. So he said, is it unfair? Because you should be somehow ensuring the courts are open so that, people will get justice. So he was airing his dissent. Now, whether he is right or whether he is wrong is a completely different issue altogether. The point is, an officer of the court, which Prashant Bhushan was, was airing his dissent. To which, ironically, the Supreme Court, which also had the same Justice Mishra as part of the three-member bench, said, "We are prima facie of the view that the aforesaid statement on Twitter have brought the administration of justice in disrepute and are capable of undermining the dignity and the authority of the institution of the Supreme Court in general and the office of the Chief Justice of India in particular. In the eye of public at large, we take suo motu cognizance of the aforesaid tweet. Also, apart from the tweet quoted above, the suo motu register the proceedings." So, the Honorable Justice felt, and the Supreme Court felt, that here the dissent was not correct. In fact, they also had an objection to another quote, another tweet made by Prashant Bhushan. They also had an objection to another tweet, and this tweet was, "When historians in future look back at the 6 years to see how democracy has been destroyed in India, even without a formal emergency, they will particularly mark the role of Supreme Court in this destruction, and more particularly the role of the last 4 Chief Justices of India." So, Justice Mishra also had a problem with this particular tweet. Khair, the point that I am trying to make is, in one case, the MLAs dissented. The MLAs had problems with the government, problems with the Chief Minister. They refused to attend meetings, and the Supreme Court rightly said that the MLAs have all the right to dissent against their own party and their own government. Absolutely well said. The court reminded that it is democracy, mind you. On the other hand, an officer of the court questioned the Chief Justice of India, saying, "Listen, you are, riding motorcycles of a political party, of a politician, a 50 lakh motorcycle of a politician without wearing a mask, wearing a helmet, and in the meantime you are keeping the court shut down. How fair is that? Where do we go for justice?" That dissent was seen as contempt of court. As a layman, I find this confusing. You decide. So, as part of the series of videos that Rahul Gandhi is releasing, Rahul Gandhi released a video very recently talking about our relationship with China and the way our good Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, is dealing with it. Honestly, I found out very, very interesting. Rahul Gandhi spoke about 3 things, 3 very important things. The first point he made was about the vision. You see, somewhere down the line, he said, while we have a lot of goals, we don't have the vision to achieve that goal. While we spoke about the 5 trillion economy, while we speak about India being a superpower, while we speak about a lot of things about India, they are all a pipe dream. There is no vision that is manifested, that is listed down to ensure we reach that goal, that dream. The second thing he spoke about, I thought, which was the most important thing in that 3 minutes or 4 minutes of his video, was about the big idea. You see, the way to combat with China is to have a big idea. Forget China. The way to combat in this world is to have a big idea. China had a big idea. While the entire world was looking at manufacturing and delivering to their own markets, China said for the first time in the early 90s that the world is my market. China said, I will not produce for my city, my state, or for my country even. I will start producing for the world, which will ensure that the cost per piece, cost per product will come down drastically, and that is how they said we will capture the world. That was a big idea. And I think Rahul Gandhi was speaking about that kind of big idea for India. And that kind of big idea is absolutely nowhere in sight as we see it now. And that's what he was talking about. And that's why I said I found what he said quite interesting. The last statement that he made in his 3 minutes video was that I will question the Prime Minister. That's my job. And the Prime Minister has to work on the vision of India. That's his. I thought, aptly said. Perfect. It is Rahul Gandhi and the likes of Rahul Gandhi, the opposition's job to question the government, and the government's job to ensure that they create a vision for India. That is what our good Prime Minister should be doing. At the moment, I don't see either happening. Till we meet next time, Namaskar.